Okay. So you guys will not be visible on the recording, so not to worry. So hello everyone, thank you for turning up today on a bright Saturday afternoon in Dubai. Today I want to speak to you guys a little journey of how I step up to turn my pain into power, how I realize the importance of turning passion into profit with purpose, and how we can all actually live our dreams and leave a legacy. So as you see the quote here below, there is no way you were born to just pay bills and die. How many of you agree with that? You can chat on the message or you can just agree, right? We were all not born to just pay bills and die. And that's why at the end of whatever that I'm doing right now, this is it. Like I want to inspire humanity empowerment. And this is a very close topic to my heart. And I'm so happy my friend Gerardo is here also on this call because it's special. Okay. So a bit about myself. So basically right now, after with 10 years running Step Up Journey since 2014, I have been on a journey of helping women, youth, parents do some corporate training, exec coaching, working with governments. That's how I accumulated 10,000 stage hours of speaking, training, coaching, 500 media interviews, impacted 1.2 million lives, plus more coming, inshallah. Traveled to more than 38 countries now, 22 plus years of entrepreneurship. And what we do is we provide talks, training, coaching, mentoring in the hope of inspiring at least one person a day, right? So a little bit of accolades. My bragging rights moment, if I can call it, iconic global women creating a better world for all. That moment when I received this by Women Economic Forum, I actually felt like a little Oprah Winfrey moment, but it's more than that. I always dreamt of, so my dreams, I would love to hear later what are your dreams. My dream was to be the Oprah Winfrey meets Mother Teresa. And I've heard it so many times, people saying, oh, you're like Mother Teresa, oh, you're like Oprah Winfrey. So I think it's kind of coming true and I need to step up my game with my dreams. So at this point, I want to ask you, what are your dreams and what are your goals? Okay, and also some of the accolades I've gotten, there's a couple of them. This is just like a bit from the many that I choose to put up here. We've written 2 books. I want to show you them to you. This is Turn Your Passion into Profit, and 5 things I love about being a woman. And the beautiful thing about this Turn Your Passion to Profit topic is we converted it into a braille version to inspire the visually impaired and the blind. Yeah. So, and another thing, when I received this award here, you see this picture on the left. It's here. Filmfare Middle East, Most Influential Women 2024. I remember when they nominated me. This was early this year, and I said to myself, "My God, there's so many influential women in the Middle East. Why me?" So this is again another thing I want to point out for all of us here, just so to benefit you as well, because this is not just me talking about me. Every step of the way, anything that I share, any questions that we pose is something for you to benefit from. I want you to think and apply. It's something you can already use, okay? So when I was receiving this award also on stage, I was like, why me? So imposter syndrome is real. And you have to embrace it because all of these achievements and awards is not just a normal, ordinary achievement and awards. It is a huge responsibility because you have been tasked by the higher forces to do great works. Now, what is greater? What else is possible? And how does it get better? Is the next question. Okay, so I've been entrepreneur since 2001, 20 over years, invested more than 120,000, maybe more now, right? This was like, I keep repeating this number, invested so much money, right? 10K on this program, 5K on this program, 15K on this, just to get to where I am today and still learning. Okay, so how much have you invested on yourself to get to where you want to be or aspire to be? And this is what turning your passion into profit with purpose will share with you. So a bit about my childhood, how I got started, right? That little girl picture is not me, but it looked kind of like me when I was a lot younger. So I love going to school. As you can see, here's a picture. I love doing art and craft. I love swimming and I love going to school because not that I love studying. I loved helping my friends and my teachers. So there was always this like, oh, I need to go to school today. Miss Lee needs my help. Oh, my friends need help with art. Like there was always this I need to help someone. I don't know why. Maybe I was feeling helpless, right? And that comes to the next part of the story. So that little kid also looked like the younger version of me, which is really cute. I found this on Canva. And so if you can see the picture on the background, it is an abandoned house. So as a little girl, when I was 1 years old, okay, this is gonna be a bit emotional, it might trigger some of you, but any which way. When I was one, my dad left. When my dad left, I grew up hearing and believing that he left because I was born. So it was really tough listening to that and believing that until now, right? I'm 43. Like until now, you listen and you keep believing like you don't deserve to exist, you were such a burden. So all those wounds of abandonment, wounds of rejection was something that I held on to for a very, 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 very long time and still healing from. But the great news is I'm aware, which a lot of people are not aware of, and they're not taking action to heal. That's why in the bulk of my work, the foundation, even if I'm in a corporate training, if I'm a school, I'm wherever I am, even if I'm just speaking to 2, 3 young people that I meet, I always emphasize on the importance on healing transformation. Because until you don't heal, it will always be 2 steps forward, 20 steps back, not even 10 steps back. How many of you resonate with this? Right? So yeah, tough part, pass. And as I was growing up, obviously I saw my mom single-handedly raising all 6 of us. I was the last child, so I saw a lot. Like my elder sisters and brothers got married and left, but I saw a lot. I saw how hard it was for my mom, and I told myself, I'm gonna do something. Love art, so that's how I started my entrepreneurial journey since I was 9 years old. So I will share with you now how I turned my hobby into money and how that eventually became a multi-million dollar businesses, which I'm going to share with you easy steps how you can get started from little or no money. Okay, so since 9 years old, I loved art and craft, remember? So I remember going to school. Maybe I had the obligation to go to school or the drive to go to school and motivation because I knew I wanted to help my friends and my teachers. But there were some friends who were super rich kids who don't like art and craft. So I remember having to do I offered them, let me do your art and craft for you. I can do this. And they'll pay me like $5 and $10. And this $5, $10 is a lot 30 years ago. So I never asked my mom for money since 9 years old. So for those of you adults out there complaining about life, I know times are hard, there's economic crisis everywhere, but the real crisis exists from inside. How do we move from victim to victor? Is something you'll be learning along the way in this PowerPoint slides or in this seminar or webinar, okay? So since 9 years old, I was doing art and craft and stuff. And then during my college day, I intentionally choose a college because they had a makeup artist club in that particular school, only that school in all of Singapore. And when I decided to choose that school, I told myself in the second year, I'm going to be the president of the makeup club. And guess what? Of course, that happened. So I became president of makeup club. I got to know a few makeup artists, and I was exposed to face painting, body painting, henna art, and stuff. That's why I got introduced to henna art by my cousin, who one day came to my house. So this was when I'm like 18, 19, okay? Came to my house. She brought, this is something I want to share with you guys, how you can step by step start making money from nothing. And it's possible. You have to try it. A lot of times people will come to you. So I'm just going to share my story and you apply it, okay? So my cousin came. She brought the henna paste and the design. She said, hey, Zai, could you kindly draw henna for me? I have a wedding to attend this weekend. And I'm like, okay, bring it on. First, I told her, like, no, like, I get people doing it for me. There's no way I can draw it for you. Like, are you kidding me? Blah, 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 blah. After 2 minutes, she's like, Zai, please, I know you can do it. You are artistic, like, you can do it. I'm like, okay, it's your hands. Like, I didn't say that, but like, it's your hands. If I mess up, then wash your hands or something. I started drawing. And I started drawing on the left hand and the right hand on her palms, on the other palm. And at the end, she was so happy. She gave me my first $50. from henna design. For those of you who don't know what henna is this henna artistry, right? It's the temporary tattoo. And that was when I said, God, this thing can make me money. This is fun. So I brought henna artistry to school, taught it to my friends. We started a company called Mystic Henna and Body Art, right? And when I was doing henna a lot at school and blah, 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 words got around very fast. At that time, we didn't have social media. There was nothing, nothing, AI, may I, nothing. And then I was doing henna one day outside. I met a friend who said, why don't you take this art to Japan? At that time, I was in Singapore. I haven't even graduated from school. I was 20. She's like, I'm like, okay, I'll finish school in a year and then we can go to wherever we want. So I remember celebrating my 21st birthday in Japan. So 2 weeks stay became a 6 month stay. How? Because I was doing henna and then a lot of people wanted to learn how to draw it. So I came back to Singapore maybe once because I miss my mom. And then after that, I went back to Japan and we were on let me share with you, Tokyo FM, Zip FM, Nagoya. We traveled, we were on Ami Magazine, we were on TV, we were in Nagoya, Tokyo, Osaka. It was like celebrity henna artist at 21. It was really cool. And then the best part was when I came back to Singapore, we got interviewed again. Two Singaporean girls brought henna art to Japan. And then that was how our business got like so much publicity. People got to know about us. That's how the birth of Mystic Henna and Body Art happened. So Mystique, my name, Zai Mystique, came from my company because it's not my family name. Zai, is that Zai from Mystic Henna? Is that Zai from Mystic Henna? So I was like, I like that name. So that's how Zai Mystique was born, just in case you wanted to know. Okay? But then at the end of the day, I was doing my business. I was traveling the world. I had all the fame and money. Question. I think Gerardo loves this question. Is fame and money everything? Let me ask you, take a moment to reflect on this. Is fame and money everything? Fame is important, especially in today's age and time. Money is important, but is it everything? I can hear you guys saying no, but you also think it's important. Let's check it out. So I was traveling the world, as I said. I had a Singaporean passport, strong passport, cash in hand. Yeah, at that time we didn't even have photo camera. We were using digital. I remember buying my first digital camera in Japan. It was like, wow. And traveling the world was so fun. Was I happy? Was I happy at that time? No. So this is something I want to share with you. REHTM. Okay, REHTM. These are some of the common, I did a huge research around this, did a huge, took a lot of years, met so many people, did a research on what are some of the common problems of the world, okay? Not like country basis, nothing, like I've traveled a lot, so I met a lot of people, I speak to them. Relationship problem with ourselves, with others, with God. How are we establishing all of this and balancing it? How is our emotions? Because when we don't have the right, a lot of people think money is the problem. Fortunately or unfortunately, money is the last problem. If we don't have relationship established with ourselves, with others, with God, that will lead to emotional instability. Some days you're happy, some days you're sad, some days you feel crazy, some days you're on top of the wall. Yes or yes, right? And then because of all this emotional instability, it leads to health problems. Okay, you have your migraine, you have your gastritis, you have all kind of bodily pain, and that causes you time. Because when you're anxious, you're angry, you're helpless, you lose you a lot of time. Become too emotional, you lose you a lot of time. And when you lose time, you also lose the opportunity to make money, or you end up spending money on things that you don't need. Retail therapy, they call it. So is that the solution? How do we solve this problem? So whenever I see a problem, guys, this is the best money-making tool as well. When you see a problem, you want to find the solution for you first. When you find the solution, you can teach it to others. You can be the solution provider to others. Oh my God, I'm dropping so much bomb in this webinar, guys. I've never shared this because this is a little secret from my masterclass, which people pay for. So take this. When you find a problem, find a solution. That solution is going to be a solution provider for many others going through the same mess you're going through. So your mess can be a message for the masses. Okay? So as I was going through all of these problems, did I listen to my heart? No. I was having this annoying pain in my soul. I was feeling uncomfortable. I was very angry. And that is why I was traveling so much. It's not because I was traveling. I was running away all the time. If I do not have my passport chopped every 1 month, I become very sick. I was running from what? I didn't know. Did I listen to my heart? No, I just pretended like everything's okay. Again, everyone's pretending that everything is okay. Nothing is okay. We need to resolve things. We need to be stable. Then we can go out there to do more for the world. Yes or yes? So did I listen to my heart? No. And when I didn't listen to my heart, guess what happened? On 22nd April 2005, I met with an accident, fractured, dislocated my spine, and doctors said I will never be able to walk anymore. He said, Zai, even after the operation, there is only a 95% chance of you not working. There is only a 5% chance of you walking again, which means 95% of the chance you will not be able to walk anymore, even after the operation. Mm-hmm. And so that was before the accident. Look at this image on the left, that crooked spine and that smashed, fractured, dislocated spine. And then this was me after the operation with 8 screws, 2 metal rods later. This is April 2005. So you guys count how many years ago that was. Plus maybe some of you, if you are youth, you were not born yet. Mm-hmm. So when all of that happened, even 1 year into the accident, I remember 22 April, I celebrate my rebirthday. So I welcome you to celebrate it with me. Um, I remember a year into the accident, I said to myself, what's going on? Why didn't I die from the accident? Why? Why didn't I die from the accident? What did God want me to do now? What is my second chance for? And when I decided enough is enough, I was tired of all the same people, the same bickering, same story. I really cannot stand it when I have to hear a story more than 3 times. Halas, if that's you speak it 1 time, 2 time, third time, now what? What's next? How do you solve it? Right? So I said, enough is enough. What is the story that we can create? So I said, enough is enough. Do I want to have a wealthy mindset or do I want to have a poverty mindset? More than money. If you have poverty in your pockets, you can go out to earn your money. You can go out, maybe ask someone, maybe they will help you. But if you have poverty of mindset, halas, that's it. So how do I say enough is enough? I want to switch from victim to victor mindset. I want to stop complaining and start living my life fully, moment by moment. I mean, don't get me wrong. Of course, there are days when I just want to lay in bed and not do anything. But that's me just recharging. But stop complaining, start living life, doing things, being useful for yourself and others. So then I said, challenge accepted. At this moment, I want to ask you guys watching this, how many of you say challenge accepted and you are on this? You also, enough is enough. What else is possible and how does it get better for you? Yeah? So this is it, what I was sharing. There's the beginning part, my journey moving from pain to power, turning pain to power, then passion to profit, gaining that resilience and empowerment, moving from victim to victor. And once you clear that path, you want to work on and understand power of personal branding, how you show up, how you speak, how you don't show up, how you learn to say no to things that is not aligning with your values. So no one in the world can gaslight you. Oh my God, someone need to write that down, just came out. Okay? I don't remember what I said, but yeah, knowing your value and self-worth so that people do not gaslight you, because this is happening so much in the world out there, in the workplace, in the home, and even to yourself. To work on your personal branding, how you show up, how you speak up, how to get started, because you need to learn how to overcome all this fear. Where did it come from? And then, of course, at the end, I'm going to be sharing your first $1 million blueprint. How many of you are excited to learn how to make your first $1 million? I will show you. Okay, so why do we want to do all of this? First is for your well-being. Second, you want to be compensated monetarily, freedom of time, freedom of location, freedom to do what you want to do with love and faith, right? And you want to benefit. You want the benefits, not like company benefits. You just want to benefit yourself and others. Then you find your purpose, and this will give you an established career. And because you want to be the star human that you are, right? And for all of that to happen, guys, this is so important. This step, I realized and learned about this when I was only 13 years ago, when I was 30, about healing transformation, the art of healing transformation. I created the term healing transformation, by the way, because healing transformation, how it can help you, it help you move from being emotional to exercising the divine energy in motion. Emotion, divine energy. Who is giving me this strength to speak, this knowledge, this impromptu energy and message? So, healing transformation will help you turn pain to power, move from victim to victor, moving from hate to love. For those of you who want to know what is moving from hate to love, you have to watch my YouTube video. It's called Breaking the Chains of Breaking the Chains, Finding Freedom. Send me a Go to stepupjourney.com. There's a WhatsApp icon. Just click on any of the buttons. There's a WhatsApp link, and I will send you the YouTube link. Okay, moving from hate to love. And how to be, most importantly, when you work on your healing transformation, how do you be the queen and king of God's kingdom? How many of us are showing up as the king and queen of God's kingdom? So many mothers out there, they are like slaves to their children. Too many fathers out there going out to work and just slaving away, when we are king and queens of God's kingdom. And how do we re-establish this? How do we restore this peace? Too much of cultural disorder going on, too much of chaos going on in the world. But the inner world is something we can work on, and we should. That's where Step Up Journey comes in as your motivational speaker, doing stuffs like that. We have our one-to-one coaching, we have our group coaching, and we have other stuffs on our website, on our e-school, okay? So back to being the star human. First step first, foundation, healing, transformation. Because when you know your strengths, you can get past your past. That's when you can desire check, know what you want to do, and decide how you want to move forward. This is the 3D system, which I also include in my training programs. Okay, so for me, I asked myself, what is it? What was my vision and mission? This is 10 years ago. When I wrote my first book, I worked with a branding coach, paid $5,000, 6,000, can't remember. Okay, came up with a vision and mission statement: empower, educate, and reach. That time, I have 8 screws on my back. I was just restarting life again, but I already started my hijab business and everything, so I had some funds in hand. I said, how do I help others? What do I do? And always remember this. When you want to do something, everyone in the world, okay, not everyone in the world, let's be fair to the world, um, everyone closest to you, especially your family, your loved ones, going to say, dude, are you crazy? Are you out of your mind? This is mission impossible. You are going to fail. Or you are going to say, I cannot, this is not for me. I don't deserve it. I remember when I was writing my first book, Turn Your Passion into Profit, I was diligently doing it. I keep hearing, who's going to read your book? Who's going to read your book? We've sold more than 2,000 copies and still counting worldwide. Okay. I cannot. When I remember when I wanted to go to Japan to do henna again, this is many, many years ago. And when I told my girlfriends from school, they're like, are you crazy? Who does henna in Japan? You cannot. So when you tell someone like me, you cannot, I will show you I can, right? That's not what it is. It is about knowing, understanding, putting all this confusion aside and having that clarity. And clarity only can happen when you understand, what is my mission? What is my intention? What am I dedicated and committed to? What is my mission? What is my intention? God, what is my intention? How do you want to use me purposefully? And what am I dedicated and committed to? These few words will make magic happen. Then you will find clarity, right? And that's when we have the clarity call, because some people, they still don't know, they get confused and they just stay stuck. They just stay stuck. So that's why we have the clarity call on the e-school. It's a 1 or 2 times call. We put you through some questions that you fill up, and when you fill up those questions, we sit through with you one to one to help you gain that clarity. Now, this path, this path, this path, you can do all of this. Which one? Even if after all of that you decide, Zai, I'm comfortable staying at home, baking and doing nothing, good for you. But if you found a way, at least you strive, you make an attempt, and know that you had choices. Choices, guys, is so powerful. If I had No, I have money, alhamdulillah, I have savings and everything else. I'm blessed. That's why I have a choice to do free webinars, free works. 80% of my works are pro bono. Someone recently met me. I live in Dubai now, for those of you who don't know. From Singapore. Someone I met recently, he said, "Oh, I like what you're doing with your charity." And I'm like, "Excuse me? Excuse me? Who's running a charity?" "Yeah, like you are here, you are there, you're doing this, you're serving this group." I said, "Yeah, but I actually am a Robin Hood because I work with my corporate clients, my executive coaches and stuff. And from there is where I fund my CSR mission. And now I'm inviting companies to join me on my courses for your causes. So we run courses for youth, women, parents, the blind, and everything. So we are looking for companies and organizations who want to elevate and enhance their brand to work and partner with us as a learning partner to provide edutainment, not solely entertainment, not solely education. We want to provide edutainment. Sounds good? You see, this is what happens when you have choice. You also have clarity. Tamam? Guys, hang on. Your questions are coming. I will open the floor for questions for you guys shortly. So you see, the fine line between getting to where you are, fine line between success, this is a very fine line between success and failure. But once you have that clarity, you can take the step forward. You can open the door. Many doors will open for you when you dare to take the step forward. But then again, how many of us have so much of fear? That's why we don't take the step forward. We think this is my reality, so I just live as it is. There's more to be done. Come on. So when I decided I wanted to empower, educate, and reach, and of course enrich people, I remember all that fear factor running through my head. But look at all these accolades. Newspaper. She fought to walk again after a car crash left her with a broken spine. Every media outreach is an outreach. It's useful. She broke her spine, but not her spirit. I remember when I said my intention was to be Oprah Winfrey of Asia. To be Oprah meets Mother Teresa, Channel News Asia interviewed me, and they wrote this on their Facebook page. Zai Mystique overcame the odds and redefined her life mission. Today, she's the Oprah Winfrey of Asia, best-selling author, international speaker, entrepreneur, and traveling trainer. And let me add this part, which wasn't in the script. Hear her story tonight on Singapore Stories with Eugene Low from Channel News Asia 93.8 FM. Guess what? The DJ, Eugene Low, he passed on 2 years ago. I think he was younger than me. He's in his 30s. He passed on, but he did a lot of great work. He did a lot of great. He was really kind. So he's in his 30s. Some of us are in our 50s, in our 60s, and still complaining, oh, life, la, la, la. Are you going to be that 20, 30, 40-year-old who's going to die? Oh, no, to grow old, sorry. Who's going to grow old and complain and still not take action? Or are you going to find ways to find strategic techniques to take action? They say if there's a will, there's a way. No, if there is a will, there is a strategic way. Okay? So, based on all that fear factor and I cannot, we appeared on media. Then, of course, this picture here on the right is me with Madam Halimah Yacob, the President of Singapore. She said, "Dear Zai, congrats on the publications of a book. Listening to you, imagine President of Singapore saying it to me 10 years ago when I newly wrote my book." She said, "Listening to you, I feel greatly inspired. I'm sure that people will be inspired by your story." How amazing is that? Then, of course, there's this picture on the left, me and my mom. I brought my mom to my book launch, the second book launch. That's Eugene Loh, the guy I just mentioned, right below on my right, on the CNA 93.8, the Chinese guy. And then me running my stuffs and all this incredible. Go to Step Up Journey, Google it, go to the Google review. You will find like we have many reviews. It's not easy to get reviews from people because people don't like to share about how they feel. But when you have a heart-to-heart connection, it's not just me running the webinar to get a review or speaking to get the review. I was once attending a webinar. I was just a participant. I made a comment and shared something. One of the girl, young 20 plus year old Kenyan girl, reached out to me and said, "Sis, thank you for saying what you said. You are incredible. Can I write something for you?" So yeah, in case you are dying to get reviews and testimonies, check, are you delivering from the heart or not? And how do we get it done? Let's speak. Okay? Done. Next part. So, are you ready to take action? Are you ready to turn obstacles into opportunity? Are you ready to step up and think out of the box? Are you ready to overcome personal mindset barriers? And if all this sounds like you, let's see what I can do to support you, okay? So you see this image here again. The very common thing that I always hear, no money, Zai, I got no money. I don't know what to do. I have no money to start a business. I started most of my businesses with zero or little money. Remember the the henna incident, right? When my cousin brought the henna, I made my first $50. Remember, guys, before we make our first $1 million, it starts with you making your first $10 to $100. Because when you can have your first $10 to $100, I will teach you a very simple maths later in soon. Okay, and you were like, huh, why didn't I think of this? Okay, so a lot of people, no money, no idea, no time. How many of you watching this would like to comment, yeah, Zai, I always say I have no money, no idea, no time. It's a very common thing, right? Let me show you how you can make money, have idea, and not only will you gain back your time, you will find true love, you will have good health, you will have all kind of energy to do amazing, stunning things before you go. That's why this whole webinar is about. Let me remind you what the topic is: turning your passion into profit with a purpose to live your dreams and leave a legacy. Okay? We haven't even get started. That's just like appetizer. Okay? So, how to achieve all of that? Power of personal branding. Let me drink some water, don't mind. It's water. I just want to drink it in some fancy glass. Okay, so power of personal branding. Who are you? Why are you here? What can you build to impact many lives? These magic questions, because I remember when I was doing my henna business, it still required me there. When I was doing my hijab business, I was started wearing the hijab, and I was wearing the hijab. I was selling the hijab. I was living in Jordan, Morocco, Yemen for 2 years to learn Arabic, and then my hijab materials and supplies were in Singapore, so I couldn't do it. I said, after that, when I started writing the books, I asked myself, what can I build to impact many lives? From no matter where I am, even if I was in the Caribbean islands. That was the exact question I asked myself. So, what can you build to impact many lives from any part of the world? That could be a powerful question you can ask yourself. Okay, because your brand is your legacy, and it can only be a legacy if you start today. Tamam? So, getting started with little or no money. Who wants to learn how I do that? At the end of the day, right, it's not about waiting for perfect conditions. You start where you are. Remember my henna business? The cousin came and brought me the henna. The hijab business, I call it Mystic Shopee because I want to carry the Mystic name everywhere I go. The Mystic Shopee was, I was inspired, that was a problem. I was inspired to wear the hijab like some years ago. And then I couldn't find nice hijab. This was 18 years ago, guys. Now we have hijab fashion everywhere in the world. So I was inspired to wear the hijab. There was nothing beautiful, nothing amazing. I didn't want to look like an auntie. I said, oh God, show me a way. Show me a way. And he did. I was traveling. I was in Cyprus, Syria, and London. In Syria, I found this beautiful stuff. This one. These are things I used to sell so much. The inner. The inner scarf started out as inner scarf with just 5 colors. Put it on my Facebook. The first 5 minutes, I made my first $25. I said, "Ha, this is it. Let's do this. This is fun." From inner scarf to hijab, people wanted more. Do you have clothes for kids? Do you have clothes for men? Do you have clothes for ladies? And I was traveling at the time. I want to share a little secret how you can travel and how you can make money. Many people want to travel and they say, I have no money, I cannot travel. Nah, let's see Zai teach you. So I was in Morocco. I saw all this cool uncle wearing this cool hoodie, kaftan, you know, it was long jubba, like those men's clothes, and the hoodie. I said, my God, this is so cool. So I was literally stalking them, taking pictures. I found them in the stores, in the shop, took pictures, put it out on my Facebook, collected money, and people paid. My flight was paid for. My travels were paid for. It was fun. So when you say you cannot get started with little or no money, you can. I was traveling. I went to Jordan, Morocco, Yemen to learn Arabic. Came back to Singapore. I had a read, write, speak Arabic program. I was invited to the university to teach Arabic business conversation. When you learn, you can apply and you can teach it to others, inshallah. And then the birth of Mystic Academy. Now it's called Step Up Journey. Let me tell you about the birth of Mystic Academy. This is another triggering moment. Allah. So how was the birth of Mystic Academy happen? When I was in Jordan, Morocco, Yemen, I remember in the last 2 weeks of being in Yemen, I called my mom, says, Zai, please, she gave me an emotional red card. You guys know red card, you watch soccer match, huh? Red card. She says, I please, after I die, you can travel all you want. Well, her dreams came true. After she died, I really traveled everywhere. I didn't went back to Singapore. Okay? She gave me a red card. Please come back. And I was like, Ya Allah, what will I go home and do? What do you want me to do? God, show me the way. Show me the way feels like the magic word today. I normally don't say this. Interesting. Oh God, show me the way. I came back to Singapore. I just kept asking God, what do you want me to do? What do you want me to do? And one of the answers I heard was, serving God is in serving His creation. I say that again. Serving God is in serving His creation. If you want, you can type this out so we all remember. Serving God is in serving His creation. I said, okay, easy peasy. What can I do now? What? Show me the way. And then when I came back to Singapore, in the 10 days that I was in Singapore, people reached out to me. Oh, nice to see you back. How do you travel so much? How do you start a company? Guys, in Singapore, it takes 10 minutes to set up companies. Easy. How do you write your books? How do you start walking again after you broke your spine? So many questions. In 10th day, a lady reached out to me from my Facebook. And she said, Zai, I met you once at an event, but I feel comfortable with you and I feel like I need to talk to you. I said, okay, let me call you. Call, 10 minutes, we spoke. She said, thank you for talking to me. I was just thinking to commit suicide and I feel better now. Yeah, thank you for talking to me. I feel better now. I was thinking to commit suicide. This was what she said. And when she said that, my heart dropped, broke, I don't know the word. But I acted cool as I always try to be. Just acted cool. I say, you know what, sis, you have my number anytime, anything, just give me a call. I'm here for you. When I hung up the phone, I said, oh God, what do you want me to do? That was when I was inspired to write my book, turn your passion into profit. Because I said, maybe money is the problem. Let's teach you how to make money. So I wrote all the steps, all the techniques, whatever I'm telling you right now is basically a gist of whatever I share in the book. Nah, you want to try a product service, you want to try a service, you want to try education, nah, all the tools, nah, take it. So when I was writing it, again, everybody, I was questioning myself, who is going to read my book? In the first 6 weeks, 100 copies sold. I was like, dude, this is working. This is fun. Let's make more money. Let's do this. And people started calling me and crying. People wanted more. They were reading. They wanted more. They called and started crying. So I said, Zai, we want more. Like, okay, I thought you were going to figure out by reading the book, right? No, they wanted more. I said, okay, let's do workshops, training, coaching. Came up with my sisterhood mentoring program. Today it's called Signature Mentoring Program because we have brothers and men on the mentoring program. So that's how we roll. You have to take the first step first. There's no two ways about it. A lot of us feel stuck, feel down, like nothing is possible. Um, you need to gain back that power, that security, the belief, the trust by taking action. If you don't take action and just hope for magic to happen, of course, no magic will happen. If I were now, I'm on a masterclass preview because I want to share with you what I'm just doing a preview. Guess what? This is just a preview of what the masterclass covers. But if I want to share about the masterclass without doing a webinar, without having some people on the call, without having you guys share these materials out, how will people know what I'm doing? How will people even know me? Right? So this is all we're using technology. There's a Facebook Live happening here, a webinar from people all over the world. I'm curious who's from where. I would love to see which countries you guys are from later. Okay, on Q&A, just type your countries. Any which way, this is how you get started with little or no money. Take the first step first. Tamam? Cool? Now we will cover fear. So to do all that, what's stopping you truly? You need to understand what's your fear. I won't delve too much into this because fear is something we really cover in depth in the masterclass. We have like 12 fears we talk about, starting from fear of being alone, fear of being successful, fear of failure, fear of death, we cover all of that and we help you to think about what's the fear, help you to analyze it, and then how to overcome it. How to see that as how to turn that pain into power. How to see that fear and turn that fear into faith. Okay? So that's at the end of the day, the only limit is your mind. And are you ready to break free and start today? This is the magic question, right? Yeah. So you need to first step first, be seen, be heard, be known, and step up into the spotlight. You need to present yourself to the world. You want to work on personal branding and media presence. I share in depth in the masterclass every step of the way how I got on Tokyo FM, my first ever radio interview when I was 20 in Japan, up till the magazines, now even living in Dubai, Khalij Times, Gulf Today. Um, and even now, I have 2, 3 pending interviews, which I haven't submitted my stuff because people want to know your story. They want to share out about you. They want to use you as a face of their product, of their of their product and production for that matter, right? So yeah, if you want to learn how to get on media, how to have your profile and corporate deck prepared, if you want to write books, templates for presenting your story profile and book cover, whatever, to reach out. This is something that we do at Step Up Journey, okay? Just so you know. So now, back to your first $1 million journey. A lot of people feel like, oh, I know some, I mean, even for me, I think it took me years to be comfortable saying the word $1 million. Like, oh, I'm going to be a millionaire. Now millionaire is like easy. Why millionaire? Strive to be the billionaire because there's so much work to be done and there's so much goodness that can be done with all that resources you have. A lot of times people, good money need to land in the hands of good people. Good money need to land in the hands of good people. Again, new inspiration, huh? Somebody type that out. Good money need to land in the hands of good people. And there is strategies for building all of this. let's talk about your first $1 million. Okay, guys, first $1 million is about how to get to first $1 million. Sis Hanan's here. I don't know if she's there, but yeah, I was telling her about this. So, first $1 million, imagine you have a product and it costs you $100. Okay, this is maths time for you. You have a product that is $100. How many people do you need to sell it before you get to your $1 million? Come on, I want to see answers. $100 product, how many people or users do you need to reach out to before you achieve your first million? Come on, guys, do your math. Uh-huh. Anyone? So, okay, to get to your first, you guys don't want to do math on a Saturday afternoon, I will do it. Okay, no problems. No. So to get to your first $1 million, $100 times 10,000 people. Or someone type it out. 10,000, Iqbal. Bravo. Ah, you know the secret from the flight. We met on the flight. Yeah, okay. So the first $100, you need 10,000 users. It can even be a subscription model for that matter, right? Then you don't even need 10,000 users. But if you have $1,000, $1,000 product, you need just 1,000 users to get to your first $1 million. If we know this math, we can do the math and do things backwards. Like now, you know, okay, this is the goal. Now, this is the problem I'm going to solve. Who needs the solution? What can I bring to the world? Remember, your mess is a message for the masses. And whatever we are teaching today, I actually created a masterclass in a very affordable fee, broke it down into installment payment, and then the world can consume it. Because at the end of the day, the world need help. And if we don't do something to provide them the avenue, the platform for learning, then they are just gonna learn from whoever who hasn't done it, feel cheated, feel sad, and then not continue living their life just because, oh, I felt betrayed by one person. Like, come on, step up, guys. Starting to be on a step up journey. Okay, so the secret to your first $1 million is thousand times thousands. It's $1 million. Easy, right? Thank you, Iqbal. Okay, so before we even talk, so we spoke about mindset, we talked about overcoming fear, talk about your first $1 million. I spoke about the 3D system earlier. Before you do all of that, you need to understand the 3D system, which I came up with, diagnosing your strengths. That's why we have the Gallup Strengths Finder. I paid $10,000 to be a strengths coach to understand how this thing works, so I know it can help more people because it helped me. You see, investing in learning, applying, and then we can teach it to others. So diagnosing your strengths, getting past your past, all these baggages need to be cleared out and thrown out the window. And then desire check, knowing what you want exactly. A breakdown of all your goals. Business goals, travel goals, career goals, hereafter goals, everything. And then deciding, okay, I'm going to take this path. So just so you know, I just shared this with a friend. Actually, before I started writing the book, I was thinking to join politics. I said, "Ah, maybe if I'm a politician, I can help more people because at macro level, right?" Then I had all these meetings with the president, with the ministers in Singapore, and then I had the chat with them. I said, I cannot take this route. This is not for me. I explored, I tried, I see, I observe. I said, no. I will have my voice shut and I cannot live like that. So I said, I will be the author. I will be the celebrity author. I will be the voice. I can do my charity works. I can do whatever I want from any part of the world. I'm not subjected to a place, a location, to some rules that I need to follow. That's why you need to diagnose your strengths and identity. When you know who you are, you start healing, and healing is a womb to tomb process. So you know. Okay, so don't expect for some magic to happen overnight. I will overcome the fear of being in the flight or fear of turbulence, for example, right? Or whatever. So overcoming all of those, desire check and deciding how you move forward. Tamam? Okay? Because when you achieve all of that, at the end of the day, guys, let's get real. When people say, oh, financial freedom, oh, I'm not about money, I'm not interested in the money. Come on, don't BS. Don't cut yourself short. Don't scare yourself from making money. Good money in good hands need to happen. So, because at the end of the day, we want to have financial freedom. We want to have financial stability at least. When you know your rent and everything is taken care of, you are comfortable. Some people's comfort is everyone's comfort is at a different level. Some people's comfort is $30 million a month. Some people's comfort is $3,000 a month. So you decide again. When you are comfortable, then you can help more people. So do you want to transform your life? Your passion is waiting to become your profit. Are you ready to turn dreams into reality? It's things you need to ask yourself. Am I ready to embrace? Am I ready to embrace? If you are watching this from wherever you are, like put down your phone, put down your whatever you're holding, like open up your hands and your chest and say, am I ready for this wonder? Am I ready for a miracle to happen? Am I ready to take strategic action? What else is possible and how does it get better for me? And breathe in and breathe out. And if you put your phone down, you can put your phone up again now. And get a tripod. Okay. Okay, so talking about this is it. Financial freedom. Because this is why everyone is struggling. 3 days ago, I was supposed to work with a client, a training partner, for an event in December. I already felt very uncomfortable and not aligned with the company and their system and their management. Lack of respect, not even miscommunication, lack of communication skills, and they are running something helping so many youths and parents. I'm like, are you sure you're doing the right thing? It's okay. And suddenly things happen, and I got terminated by that. I was truly enlightened when I received that. Not because I got terminated because I'm not good. Maybe the guy felt threatened because I know all the rest of the coaches were so upset that I was not going to be a part of the retreat in December. All of the coaches, one from America, one from Australia, one from India, and they were like, Zai, we wanted to do this. We wanted to see you. You're so natural. We want to learn from you. One of the guys even said, it is such a big loss for them and for all of us to not have your presence. But not being there, not getting paid for that project, didn't make me upset. I was upset because I couldn't add value to the parents and the children turning up. But if I was so hard up for the money, I was so unstable, I would feel very upset. I wouldn't have the ability to not even reply to those guys. I said, I don't need anything from you guys, so bye bye. Rest in peace, literally. And I had the power and the choice to do that because I was not dependent on them. And this is why we need to transform our lives. We cannot have our hands tied by anyone. This is about respect and self respect. This is about worth and self worth. I want you guys to breathe that in. This is about respect and self respect. This is about worth, knowing your value, and your self worth, for God's sake. Making sense? Making sense? This is not about ego. If people hear this, oh, she's so proud, oh, she's so assertive, she's so aggressive. Don't. This is human rights. This is human rights. All this feminism, blah, blah, blah out there, I have nothing against them. They are not fighting in peace. They are fighting because there's no peace. We bring peace. Not this one, thank you, next. If not a $3,000 project, I have a $30,000 project coming. I will solve that greatly because the high paying clients are more classy anyway. So I go by the golden classy vibes. And that's what I am about. So why did I lower my standards? Are you lowering your standards? And how do you resolve that? This is a super fresh example from 2 days ago. How lucky, from yesterday. How lucky are you guys? And this is life. This is journey, yeah? Nobody said it was gonna be easy, but it's interesting because you learn. And thanks to the experience, I said I am going to learn from this and share this to the world. Make sure every leaders out there behave like human leaders because we all deserve respect and self-respect. Leaders need to heal. Leaders need to be human. And this is what this is all about and cannot be anything else. That's why humanity empowerment, everything is like puzzle fixed too. I'm like, dude, this is it. I'm doing the right thing. I'm on the right path. Thank you for the experience, God. Like, thank you. Really, thank you. Okay. Ha. Thanks for listening. But I hope that brought some lessons for some of you, yeah? So here I am at the part where I want to share my masterclass, Turn Your Passion into Profit. I want you guys to have more time, more money, more freedom to do what you love. Freedom of time, freedom of location, freedom to do what you love and do great stuffs all over the world because you can. Because you are speaking to one example now. Obviously, that's why we have been speaking the last 30 minutes or so, right? So just to find out, is this masterclass right for you? Do you feel like you have such a heart and you need help and you're struggling to move forward? Do you always constantly have doubts? You feel very restless, you can't sleep because of some bugging things in your head? Do you have this big heart that you want to help people? Do you believe that respect is free? I do. Do you believe your freedom is much needed? Of course. Then this masterclass is right for you if you've said yes to any one of these, if not all of them. Okay, I'm gonna make this a quick one because I'm so excited for Q&A right now. So my golden mission right now is to make learning accessible, affordable, and available for everyone throughout the world. To help you discover your innate talents and passion and turn it into profit with purpose. And to help you create your first $1 million with strategic actions. Because I believe when you heal, you learn, you grow, you heal, learn, and grow. And I support your cause. You can do more for the world. And that's how we have a golden mission. Right? Cool slides, don't you think? So our target audience, people we want to work with, I had to get clear on this. The same for you guys. Apply this as you are learning from me. Whatever you want to do, we need to get clear on what you want to do first. And then knowing who you want to serve. Because, well, I want to help the world. But I don't think I can reach out to the whole world and help everybody. But if I can reach out to 10% of the world, this 10% will help many more, and then we can cover the whole globe and leave a legacy. That's the intention, right? And it's not impossible. Okay, so the first group of people I want to help are aspiring entrepreneurs and young professionals. See, young people are super talented, they just don't know how to get started because unfortunately they don't have a lot of role models around them. Aspiring entrepreneurs, you can be at any age, you've been doing this, but you don't know how to be the entrepreneur. You lack direction, you fear failure, you lack experience, struggling with growth, profitability. Nah, come. Second group of people, career changers, fulfillment seekers. You are not satisfied with your current career path. You're seeking fulfillment and purpose. Okay, and you fear starting over because you lack a clear plan. Remember plan? You want to get clarity and you have financial uncertainty. You're like, I'm earning like this paycheck. Why should I change? Like what if? I know what ifs are real. I am a PhD in overthinking, but what if it turned out great? And no one's asking you to quit your job yesterday. You can get started, have the blueprint, and then move forward. Okay? And some of them lack clarity. I think most of you just lack clarity and struggle with balancing your passion with your practical demands of life. Sometimes your wife. Yeah. So the third group. So first group was aspiring entrepreneurs. Second, career changes. The third groups are coaches, creatives, and business owners. You want to increase your income. You want to increase your personal branding. You feel like whatever you're putting out, you're feeling like more drowned. So you have difficulty monetizing what you're doing, marketing and scaling your business. You're experiencing stagnant growth and burnout. You're misaligned between business and personal passion. Come, let's have a chat and get clear on that. So especially, I've built this masterclass with people like you guys in mind. People who want to start that cafe or restaurant, but you don't know how. You love makeup or fashion or something, but you just have all these skills and everyone keep commenting and commending you about your works, but you're like, oh no, I cannot. I want to do this. I want to do this. You know what's the biggest problem with a lot of us? I say us because I used to be one of those. Still maybe, but yeah, it's get better. We are super talented. We're super talented. We have so many gifts and we want to do everything for everyone. So one of my mentors used to say this, the power of one. Very powerful. Choose one thing, one target audience, one channel, and move forward. I was dabbling between TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, blah, blah, blah. But I now know my corporate works LinkedIn. My favorite heavenly people is on Facebook. Why waste time? These are people who love what I do. They already know me, they like me, they trust what I do. Whatever I promote, I know I can sell. Not because I want to just make the money, because I know I can add value to their lives. And it's easier. And once we have fundings from here, we can make ads everywhere and push things out. See, this is all strategy. So same for you. A lot of times, most of you watching this right now, you have so much of gifts. Brilliant. Someone may be a tech guy, you are expert in all this. But how do you package yourself? How do you package your dreams? How do you make it and monetize? That's where we come in to support you. Tamam? And at the end of the day, right, you want to build something for your kids. Even if it's not for the kids, if they see a change in attitude, in physiology, in hobby, in how you breathe and show up, you're doing your kids a great favor, guys. Great favor. In my Awakening Parents workshop, I share this resilient, confident parents raise confident, compassionate kids. Resilient, confident parents raise confident, compassionate kids. So it starts with the adults. Adults cannot impose on the children. A lot of adults, we are throwing our storms on our children instead of supporting them. If you're not supporting them, at least don't disturb them. Let them grow and nurture. Let them live their life. You live your life, adults. Mm-hmm. So yeah, spare the kids. Spare the rod, spoil the child. But no, that doesn't work now. Okay, another thing. Now, I want to unmute you guys can unmute. I don't know who's on the doesn't matter. You can reply to this. Is this masterclass right for you? Every time you say yes to the question, that means this is for you, okay? The question is, do you want to identify your passion, discover what drives you, and learn how to align it with purpose and profits? Yes. Do you want to learn steps to create your first $1 million blueprint and achieve it? Yes. Are you looking for growth strategies and proven methods to scale your venture with global success? Of course, yes. And do you want to create a legacy and leave a meaningful impact? Of course, yes, because you guys are amazing. You guys are my friends. Like, of course, okay? So you want to create a legacy and leave a meaningful impact. And don't be afraid to say a yes. If you don't even have the energy to say a yes, if you don't have the energy and time to write down your goals, how are you going to achieve it? One of my Malaysian coach actually, he said this in Malay, okay? It sounds so good in Malay. He said, kalau tak mampu nak tulis, macam mana nak mampu tercapai? Something like that. Oh God, my Malay is so bad now. Like if you cannot even afford to bring yourself to write your goals, how in the world are you going to even achieve it? And he is all right. Right? So if this is what you want to do, and this is what I've been doing last 10 years, right? Speaking, writing, coaching, mentoring, I realized we need to use the e-school. And that's why the birth of the Step Up Journey e-school was brought about, because I want to inspire aspiring entrepreneurs. It's not just about being the entrepreneur, it's about having the entrepreneurial mindset. And this is something that I also want to encourage my friends with kids. You can start as young as 8, 9 years old. If they are not watching stuffs that can help them uplift themselves, to have strategies think like an entrepreneur. Because being an entrepreneur is not just about, oh, I need to make money, I need to make quick money. And that's not quick money. Quick monies are for scammers and conmans. How do you add value? How do you serve humanity? How do you practice effective communication and collaboration and coach each other? How do you know when is a time to write a message? When is it right to send a voice note? When is the right time to just pick up the phone call and have a chat for 2 minutes and clarify things? These are things we need to teach in 2024, apparently, but this is it. If we didn't know it, our ancestors didn't know it, our kids need to learn it today. And this is where we're at. Okay, so I had a very powerful case study of a yogi enthusiast to yoga trainer. So Archana is an Indian working now in Singapore. Her just yoga is so she's one of my favorite coaches. So she had no idea, know how to start a business. She loved yoga. She was traveling around, learning. I said, girl, why don't you do something? And you're so spiritual. We had a very powerful spiritual chat. And she started. She had 3 months, she launched her online classes, and today she have her yoga studio in Singapore. And then we have I have this amazing case study of a woman from Jordan, Faiza. She's a senior director in the engineering industry. Okay, she was an unhappy, angry woman leader to feeling liberated and optimistic. She became the president of Women's Union when she started out. This was on my one-to-one coaching. When she started out, I remember her saying this on our first clarity call. Zai, my confidence is so low that I feel like I don't deserve to worship God. That was her exact words. I didn't change anything. My confidence is so low that I feel like I don't deserve to worship God. Can you guys imagine an adult 30-plus-year-old woman who's a senior director in a big company in the Middle East saying this? Again, my heart was broken, but then thank God we had all the coaching programs. She was on a crossroad. She was very unsure, blah, blah, blah. She felt so small. Eventually, when we had the breakthrough, president of Women Union in her company, she got promoted. She took time out, spent time with her mom. And then in that time when she spent time with her mom, in 10 days, she lost her mom. Can you guys imagine? And and before that, before taking that break, she contacted me. She says, I have this choice. I have to work or I can take time out to spend time with my mom. But I have this strong feeling I need to do something and be there for my mom. I said, why do you think when you have the choice and the opportunity, go spend time with your mom? Your work can wait. The world can wait. In less than 10 days. Actually, she called me on a Tuesday, the next Tuesday. She messaged me voice note, Zaytuna, Ummi, khalas. Her mom died. So guys, you have to listen to your heart and take action. Okay? Oh, that's another story. But yeah, I've heard a lot of stories. I'm sure you guys do. But yeah, these are some of the success and case studies. So the point here is, are you ready to take action? Do you want to step up? Are you ready to turn all of the ideas into actions, into money and profit? Right? So people at this time should be asking me already, like, oh my God, how much is a masterclass? Like, give it to me. So, and it's usually a business coaching program. Even if it's on a masterclass, it's pre-recorded. We have one-to-one coaching sessions. It's $3,000. Okay, so that's just the masterclass, all-in-one guided learning implementation program. It's not just some videos you watch and you become blur, whatever. No, it's guided learning step by step, every step of the way. There is a learning journal to work on, and you can join my community for upcoming retreats and meetups. So if you're ready to heal, learn, and grow at this point, I would love for you to also start making more money and do what you love for the world. Does this sound like something you're looking for? And would you invest to learn so that you can step up your game? And $3,000 is like one travels and then you finish the money, right? Maybe you need more. The good news is today we have a special offer at 50% off. So for those of you who cannot do your maths, let me do your maths for you. It's 3,000 divided by 2, which is 1,005, which is still very fair because it's like free almost. But a good thing now is because not only feeling generous, because I have an e-school which I'm promoting and started not recently, it's been there. I want to launch and relaunch this. I used to price it so high, but because today I'm reaching out to people from Africa, Pakistan, Malaysia, countries where there is so much they can be. I've made it only $997 to consume the masterclass, bite-sized learning videos, learn. And one of the recent girls who joined, she's from India. She's a very beautiful Sikh. She practices Sikhism. So every time we have very powerful spiritual connection conversations, she says, Zai, every time I watch the video and I learn something from you and I'm experiencing something with my business or life, I would think, how will Zai think at this time and what will she be doing? How will she take action? Because there are so many tools, so many systems we put in place for you to practice and apply to your daily lives. It's not just, okay, guys, this is my success story. This is how I do it now. Go figure out. No, we guide you. That's why it's called guided. Guided, what did I say earlier? Uh, 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 Sorry. Guided learning and implementation programs. So 997 per month for 12 payments if you need help. And just for today, those of you who sign up, I'll actually do a one-time free one-to-one strategic fast-track business coaching for you. And you can sign up. And that is worth $250 per session, right? And another good thing is, if for those of you who sign up, I want to make it easy for you to decide, because sometimes, when something is new and then you're like unsure and you want to be sure, 100% money back guarantee, because your satisfaction is our priority and your success is my mission, because I remember 10% and then we want a ripple effect. I think this is worth a shot. So if you guys are keen, I would love for you to invest in yourself because you are worth it. Isn't this a pretty slide? Okay, invest in yourself because you are worth it. So back to, I'll be sharing a bit more and then Q&A as promised. At this moment, I've shared so much. What are your dreams and goals? What are your fears and frustrations? What are your wants and aspirations? Are you ready for healing transformation? Are you ready to water all of this? Forgive, let go, heal, and step up your game. And self-love is such a very overused word. It's not about self-love, like, oh, I need to buy myself a Prada, a Gucci. No, it is about self-respect. It's about having what you need, having the choice. I think that is what self-love equates to. I mean, we can have this chat for another time for sure. Okay? I want to open the floor to Q&A at this moment. Let me, how do I Okay. So sometimes, even in the presence of strangers, you can be vulnerable and you can share and you can be strong. Let me share screen. But in front of our own family members, we struggle. We struggle because we cannot be authentic and vulnerable. And that's why we cannot show up authentically to do what we love. And we need to solve this problem. I want to be silly around my family members. I want to be goofy, I can be whatever, but why do I have to act like I'm something else? It's a cultural disorder, and this cultural disorder can be absolved. And this is my biggest dream maybe not before I die, but I will work on it so that it's a legacy I leave behind. The term cultural disorder, I don't think anyone has said it, came from me again. I want to clean up the term woman empowerment, talk about humanity empowerment. I want to clean up this cultural disorder, this programming that is no longer serving us, so that we can authentically show up. I have Italian, Pakistani, Kenya. We are all one. All of us, one dream, one goal, one soul made by one hand. I always say this. So yeah, a lot to be done, huh? Okay, before we end, let me share the mystic formula of truth. Okay, and this one you guys can unmute because there's gonna be a little practice for all of us to speak. Mystic formula of truth, TRUTH. Of course, you can spell, and I love my slides too. So TRUTH. If you can see the image here, Maybe one of you can unmute. What do you think the T stands for? Um,
Thinking.
think, clever girl. Think. What is R? What is she doing? She's obviously drinking something, but what is she doing? I almost said it. Somebody?
Rest. I don't know.
Huh?
Is she resting?
She's not resting. Well, she looks like she's resting, but there's a second picture to help you. She's reflecting. Reflecting, okay? And you, what does U stand for? Also, you gain
Understand.
clarity, you understand. Thank you. And what's the second T? Is two words. You, after you think, you reflect, you understand, and then you
Take action.
clever, but not fair because you've gone through my masterclass. But okay, never mind. The last H, what do you think H is for? Don't say humanity, it's two words. What do you see?
Hugging.
Hug. It's hugging, but I said it's two words. Do you think anyone? Artie? Did you say hugging?
I was gonna say heart, but
Heart.
uh,
It's
it's
two
two
words.
words. So yeah. So no.
Yeah. So you
Uh,
think, you reflect, you understand, you take action, and you heal others. Before you heal others, you want to heal your good self. Remember, we're talking about self-care, interestingly, and was World Mental Health Day this week. So a bit about the formula of truth. This is from the 5 chapters of my books. From my book, sorry. I have 2 books, right? So yeah, think about right now. I want to give you guys value. You spend an hour with me and of all of us, and I want to give you value, and that's why this particular exercise. And this we delve deeply in the masterclass again. How to think what other challenges, problem, issues you wish to resolve or goal you wish to achieve in life. Feel free to take pictures, screenshot, and go through this with me if you want. Reflect what is the best desired outcome. Hmm? Understand what are the available resources and capabilities. What are your KSA? KSA is not Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. It's funny because once I was doing a corporate training and a Egyptian guy said, "Oh, it's not Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. It's knowledge, skills, attitude." Understand what are the KSA you possess and what need to be outsourced. Do you need a third outside someone to help you? Okay, strategize together with you and get things done. Well, because I took 22 years to be the entrepreneur, but today I help people. Like I just was on one call last week with one girl. Also, she does some yoga healing stuff. She's been doing it for a long time. She had 5 clients and she was like from India. She's living in Dubai. Guess what? She had 5, I think 4 clients. One's from Australia, one's from California, one from India, and one more I can't remember. I said, girl, you have a global brand. Like, build your brand. Get those testimonies. Put yourself out there. She didn't even realize that her brand was a global brand because she had clients from all over the world already, even if it's just 4 or 5 to begin with. So again, you need to understand. And sometimes you don't see. It's a blind, not blind spot. It's a hidden spot. Because what's easy for you may seem easy, but then when someone else say it to you, it's like, oh yeah, actually I'm amazing. I didn't realize that. Right? So TRU, take action, discuss as a team, effectively communicate to the relevant stakeholders. I cannot emphasize the importance of effective communication. Is it a text message? Is it a group WhatsApp? Is it a call? Basic, go back to basic. You guys can call each other anyway. What's wrong? WhatsApp is worldwide. Zoom, Telegram, everything is there. Healing others. Healing others is not just about helping others, adding value to others. Start with helping yourself, healing yourself. But healing others starts with refining the idea to align with your initial intention. At the end of the day, no matter what I do, be it I'm a corporate trainer, a global speaker, whether I run the e-school because I want to make it affordable for people, it's all about I want to empower, educate, and reach. I go back to my initial intention. So you need to get clear on all this. What are my 3 superpower words? So there's a lot that goes into this 1 hour of speech, because there's really so much that can be done, guys. So much in very little time, because I already went through all the hard knocks and bittersweet moments. So I can help you shorten it. Okay? So yeah, that's the formula of truth. Don't waste time, take action. Small steps are better than no steps. Most importantly, are you ready for this to zero your cup? Some people, you know what they are thinking now? Ah, I know all this stuff she said. I know this. I've heard this before. Right? When I enter a conference, when I enter a show, and I meet new people, I say, Zai, you are nothing. Listen. Learn to listen. We have 2 years for a reason, right? Listen, observe. Are you ready to zero your cup? Are you ready to take action? Do you need support? That's where we come in. Because as we say here, clarity precedes success. Without clarity, there's nothing. Okay? And again, this is almost the end of the slide. So you guys know where to find me. I'm on WhatsApp, stepupjourney.com just got a new look. We're going to have the mobile version soon. So life is not about destiny. This is my fate. Yes, qada and qadar. God has written for you. Allah has written everything for you, but you have a choice. You can rewrite your story. You can be the actress, the director, the script writer, the producer, the whatever your life story. By the way, Mr. Gerardo earlier on the call, the Mr. Italiano is he does a production, and the production is called In as Leaders, Out as Human. And when we met, we connected. It was magical, and he says, Zai, you need to be on our production. So Zai Mystic is going to be a global sensation, better than Netflix. But we will be on Netflix, Vogue magazine. Those are dreams. It will happen. So life is about choices and showing up in the right place at the right time and taking action. Down, guys. Big change and big chance. There's a big chance for a big change and a big change for and a big chance for a big change. Yeah. Okay. And so it's easy. To know more, go to stepupjourney.com. There's the e-school there. If you need some clarity, just reach out to me on WhatsApp. Another big thing I would love to request from all of you, just say a hi. Go to Step Up Journey. There's a WhatsApp icon or one of the buttons. Say hi. All leads to my website, WhatsApp. I would love a Google review from each and every one of you. Just a little, whatever you experience from this webinar, how you think it will impact lives, how it will impact you, and how you think it will impact lives. Your kind little words will make a difference for our SEO. Mr. IT man will know this so well, search engine optimization. But more than that, it is a very powerful energy exchange for me. And I would love to read some sweet things for my weekend. Yeah. So you can go to stepupjourney.com. You guys are all on my WhatsApp anyway. So yeah, let's connect. Take charge of your life. You only have one life, as somebody said just now. And this is it. Be kind, be brave, be silly, be honest, be happy, and be you. Yeah. You can screenshot this, take a picture of this. Be kind, be brave, be silly, be honest, be happy, be you. And live in the moment. Tamam? So I hope to see you guys. Join us today. And yeah, we are end of the slides. I will stop share. I will stop recording. Anyone want to say something, feel free.